The Charger drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Garoppolo now, already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Here we go. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Bring it! Mixon.
And
wow.
Down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go, here we go,
so now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Garoppolo.
Oh, my God.
Wide open, complete, and all the way in.
How did that happen?
Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. On 1st down, it's Hines. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Ready.
Off the play fake. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sideline, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that?
Got his man complete.
Bro, how did that keep fucking happening?
Juju Smith-Schuster saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown.
Bro,
of the
what
game.
route is this nigga running?
Just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Switch up, switch up.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play.
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, no, it's a couple of them in there.
Curse had a ton of bob and weave niggas, boy. Okay.
Bro, I'm bored as hell.
Nigga, you
Like
out
he
here
played,
losing for no reason.
bro,
How's he
because he
even
plays
scored?
so boring.
Oh,
Like this
same
shit is
shit.
lame.
Over and over, probably.
No, no, he just keeps throwing it to Odell, and because none of my people traits show, Odell is gonna catch it every time.
Bro,
That's
nah.
how. That's a star receiver beats my team every time.
This nigga in AFL, bro, whatever. It's fucking my whole defense. This nigga Juju
Tell you
has
right,
ran
bro.
down the field with nobody within 10 yards of him. It's ridiculous.
This nigga game plan is to run Nick Chubb into the ground, and
The Dolphins at the line,
yeah,
ready
that
for their
shit
next
just
drive.
dead.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Oh
after
my
what
bad,
happened
he
on the
gonna
last
roll
Motherfucker
out
up
of
here
the
with me, bro.
pocket
Go
every
get it,
time
young
this nigga
fella!
show.
That's a baby. He hit his token somewhere.
46
What, baby?
yards.
So
Oh, shit.
So
Right
a
here.
big play changes the
do it.
complexion of things. Here's
Woo.
1st and 10 just outside the 30.
His running backs probably combined got like 40
Coming up at the
yards,
half, we
maybe.
remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to
There's a whole nother squad coming in on.
Coach will have the
Woo! Yeah, they behind me, behind you, in front of me, in front of you. Get out of there if you can.
I down one, but I couldn't do so. There were two different squads.
We got pinched. Then should have moved a long time ago. We sit there waiting.
The Dolphins are able to extend that
Since we stayed there, we should have stayed there.
Always a good first half when you
Human joystick is amazing.
People that came from behind us were the people I was trying to wait on.
As the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Yeah, one more, man. I'll get to bed.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the
That's
field now.
crazy.
Send this one away.
Almost like I should write a script for this.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
You winning?
I'm beating my dude's ass.
The Charger drive about
He's
to get
21 to
going.
28. He's
Down on the
still winning.
scoreboard.
It's 35-19 over here.
On the last drive, punting the football.
You are beating this nigga.
I don't see how you bored
Let's
losing.
go!
Team and it's intercepted.
Because I know what he's finna do, and I know what Madden gonna allow him to do.
Turn stops.
I'm about to score
If you know what
again.
he's finna do, you should be able to stop it.
Allen, the intended receiver.
And if Madden so wheels it, this is semi-pro and like this shit trash.
I'm surprised you're even in a league like that.
And coming away with the interception.
Play fake here on first down.
It's something to do.
Flush to his right. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
Nah, you could be playing Apex of the Holies.
As they work it inside
got
the
wrong.
10 to the 7. Give him 32
Yeah,
on
Curtis.
the play. What a first
Hey,
half.
I'll hop on after my game.
I mean,
Wait,
defensively,
it's probably going to be my last word.
like this.
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing that.
Alan, we
Yeah.
advancing tonight.
Come to mind.
Yeah.
One, get some oxygen.
Touchdown, 42-19.
Touchdown.
Oh, Curtis can do it after his game. If he gets done
I'll
before
see
me.
what-
Best for the
I
playoffs
told him.
with his third
I can't even see where you're trying to advance or trying to run to.
Dolphins are able to extend
here.
that advantage. Extra point attempt to come here. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Oh, there's a lot of people going over there. We going right here. We in the phone. We in the phone. Man, I'm talking about we in the funky phone. Man, it's
hear-
sneaky.
I heard him behind me.
Pass interference on the offense, defense.
Get that smoke.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I'm trying to find a motherfucking gun.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Motherfucker right there in the middle.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
But why does it keep doing that, bro?
I got a gun and I'm coming back.
They would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
I got one. Oh, man, here, one shot right here.
When given the opportunity.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Oh, man, you could at least killed him.
I know what I was doing wrong.
Bro, I headshot him. It still wasn't even broke.
Thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete.
That ain't my last one. I ain't going out like that.
But to no avail, 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make
Oh, he dropped it. What are you doing?
Throw on 2nd down, and
What's wrong?
incomplete as well.
Huh?
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletions on 1st and 2nd. A little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here we go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Check. Cross. White.
Garoppolo again. He's got a man open.
He got just enough
He'll
time.
go down, but not before getting this in.
You should let me know you weren't going to be Bangalore. I'd have been Bangalore.
Yeah, I ain't know I wasn't going to be Bangalore.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Well,
Y'all tell me why my dog got picked up by the pound today.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
Wow.
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense
My little dog, not my big dog.
were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said.
That's even crazier. As a little one, they said it was aggressive.
Bro, she literally squeezed through the fence, but bro, it's fucked up is, bro, we literally just heard her outside 10 minutes before we went and checked on him, and she got out. And the motherfucker that turned her into the pound is the same motherfucker that be walking around the street talking about, oh, my dog loves your dogs, blah blah blah. Motherfucker.
Well,
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
Man, that fucked me up. I forgot where I was going, man.
Now the Chargers
I bet this dude's like, what the fuck?
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Wasn't too bad.
Garoppolo looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
either throwing an incompletion or a pick.
how did my dude not catch that and run that back?
Bro, I got 3 grenades.
I get it blue on if I find it either. Oh no, Leo.
Wow, and they hold me. That's crazy.
It's a blue backpack up there, King.
Positioning and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe. That
Right
might
here.
actually pop and turn into a big play.
I don't know. It wasn't my thing. That
Verticals
got
because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Oh, nobody picked up the backpack.
Oh, come on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Jeremiah.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they're saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. To throw on second down. Love. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10.
Oh, that's definitely in bounds.
Actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Xavier.
Because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
No.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Xavier.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I'm about to vacuum that out.
Here we go. Like 20. 54. Like 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Let's go. 94. Ready.
On 1st down, Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off play action, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
How?
Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. The intended receiver there, Allen. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming to you. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the out, watch the out. And 58 is a Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this one to Galladay. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's Hines. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man is Galladay, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready. Check, check. No. I'm trying to collect. Stick that.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Love looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to launch this thing. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
21. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Come on, fellas.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best
That's
part
a
of the
pick.
play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
65. We got to step it up.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 180. 53 is mine. Right here.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. One receiver left, that's Allen. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
2nd and 11. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Know your job.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Will be incomplete. They had connected.